You're ready to go. Outstand is your foe. Give your all or you'll fall. Now let's begin the show. Good morning, fellow net battlers. This is week 6 of the Blue Moon Tournament, and I am Mercury Wings, your host. Our competitors in this match are going to be ThiaguinhoHP on your left side versus Symes on your right. I always mess up when it comes to pronouncing Thiago's name. I'm sorry. Usually I shorten it to Thiago so I can get it out correctly. We're going to get right into the action. Symes is going to go into Dust Cross and use a full custom. This is a strategy that's getting more and more common in this tournament. It allows for some major power in the way of chip selection and is usually used in the context of finding one particular powerful chip that the folder is based on. Usually it's a Giga. So when you're playing against something like that, a lot of times you're going to see the Dust Cross player use that full custom immediately on the first turn. So if you know that, you can kind of play around it and select only a few chips so that you don't get caught in a situation where you play with where you use half your chips and you're stuck with the other half. Another very good thing to do against this is what Thiago just did, and that's land a Killer Man on that Dust Cross to remove the Dust Cross and remove the block. Words are failing me now. And remove the possibility of the opponent digging. Now I see a bubble wrap coming up from Symes, which could be slightly dangerous against Thiago's electric cross. We'll see how this goes. There's Tomahawk Cross and an Invis. I believe even with Symes being invisible, that bubble wrap is still not coming back. It took an electric attack. Life Bar going up for Thiago. Sanctuary going up for Symes. Grab Revenge isn't going to do anything, but the Wind Rack is going to remove the Life Bar. And we have Thiago now in an area positive situation. Symes does have the Holy Panels from a Sanctuary, but Thiago's folder is loaded to the gills with chips that can break panels. There is a large part of the Sanctuary gone right there. Symes is going to eventually get some area back with that Judge Man, but that's going to take out the rest of the Sanctuary, as Symes does find his Bug Thunder. In neutral area, Thiago should be able to. I say Thiago should be able to avoid that, but that Bubble Star is going to say otherwise and double the power of that first Thunder hit. Nice and neat combo by Symes. It's quite likely that the Symes will go for either the Tengu Cross or the Beast out right now, as being stuck on an island from Geddon is not a good place to be. Uninstall coming out from Thiago. Area grabs being traded, area is still neutral. And Symes getting back his health with the 2 recovery 300s. Now while Tengu Cross and Falzar out both give air shoes even after an uninstall. The lack of super armor is going to hurt Symes because he will no longer be able to effectively trade Buster Fire with Thiago. As a matter of fact, you're going to see his Bug Thunder charges get interrupted as long as he is not an Invis. So there's Element going to decross Symes right there. Symes using an element of his own to freeze Thiago, and there's the golem hit to slash cross in on the freeze, and that is going to bring Thiago's health to a critical 1. This is going to leave Thiago in a position where he is going to swing for the fences and hope that he can finish off Symes before Symes finishes him off. And I'm not sure where that hitbox came from, but when Thiago went into Symes' area, he took that last bit of damage, and that put an end to him and gave Symes the first game. This will bring us to game 2 with Symes up on Thiago, 1-0. Thiago recently taking his first loss at the hands of Brurion, and definitely not wanting to make that 2 in a row. So we're going to see what Thiago can do to not make that 2 in a row. Once again, we see Symes going into Dust Cross and using Full Cust. Thiago choosing not to use any of his chips, just going to go ahead and go into the second turn with a full hand. And he's going to go into Killer Cross, most likely with some rather ill intentions toward the Dust Cross. Ground Man going to connect despite the area grab that Symes fires off. And there's Invis coming too late from Symes to help him avoid that damage. Traps going up on both sides. Thiago with an Invis ball of his own, and the Buster Shot is going to take out anti-damage and the Invis, but he's going to miss the Magnum. That is one thing that unfortunately happens with the Magnum, and it's never good to see it happen. Magnum being a chip that you rely on to connect, because it can hit any part of the opponent's area, but you still have to get that timing right, and it's actually surprisingly common for that to not happen. So Symes going to keep the Dust Cross for a little bit longer. Viz coming out from Symes, Slowish coming out from Symes, but this is going to make it easier for Thiago to fire off his tail arrows, and that's going to cost Symes and Viz his Dust Cross and a whole bunch of health. The Electric Dragon does not connect. We see Thiago moving forward and backward to just keep that Bug Thunder moving forward and backward as well, and so that it doesn't just come down and get him. And when you play against Bug Thunder enough, you can kind of manipulate its AI, for lack of a best word, in a similar way that you would a boss enemy in a PvE game. But it does get hard to do that precisely, and with not a whole lot of area, Thiago does not have a whole lot of margin for error on that either. Thiago firing off a tail arrow to get rid of the life bar. And there's a freeze from Element Man. And it looks like Thiago has a Portal Force combo at his disposal, and he's going to go with that in order to try to pick up the win here and now. Symes cross canceling. Judgment not going to connect. With no area. Block. Words are failing me, but Thiago's chip's not failing him. That's going to bring it even at 1 game apiece. So here we are in game 3. Thiago looking to get back on the right track. Symes looking to submit his top 8 contention. And we expect to see both players fighting their hardest. We do not see a full cust from Symes this game on this first turn. Perhaps he is looking to change up the timing a bit to catch Thiago off guard. Hopefully catch him with half his chips in his hand or something similar. Thiago area positive, choosing not to go for a slash cross. Hang on, he looks like he's deciding between slash cross and killer cross. Slash cross to take advantage of the area. Killer cross to punish what he punished in anticipated dust cross. Only choosing a couple of chips, anticipating the full cust as well. Good read on the part of Thiago. And now we are going to, looks like we're going to witness the tail arrow game again. Tail arrows being very difficult to overstate the effectiveness of tail arrows for Gregor players. Pierce and viz, remove traps, powerful enough to hit through life bar, strong against dust cross. Exceedingly hard to avoid. The timing is very specific, and while there are players who know that timing and can avoid tail arrows with some regularity, I cannot claim to be one of them. Judgment going to function as 2 area grabs for Symes as he gets a full neutral area sanctuary, and that sanctuary is going to save Symes a good bit of damage. The first tail running into bubble wrap. Killer Man also, well, Killer Man not connecting. And Thiago looking to not use the Chrono Force combo while the opponent has a Sanctuary. He's going to want to remove that, so he's going to be patient and take a few turns to remove that. And Viz coming up, that's going to give Symes time to put up a trap, but he's going to lose both the trap and the anti-damage to an Electric Dragon. And here we're going to see if Thiago decides to go for Chrono Force here versus waiting out one more turn for his Geddon to clear. And oh, he does not have the luxury of that turn, I don't think. With him having just one turn left on the Beast out, the next turn he's going to go into Tire State, and he's not, and the Chrono Force combo is not going to be as effective with him not being in Beast out. Now there is still a possibility that he can go into Beast over and use that, but I think that's probably what he's going to do. He's going to spend the rest of the match fighting without that, and then just use that as a wild card when he needs to. So here's a charge cross coming in. Going to back away from the gold hit in time. Not sure whether he was expecting that or whether he just happened to be going that way. And Element going to take out Tomahawk Cross as well. Super Vulcan from Symes going to connect. And Symes is going to want to find a slow gauge so he can start firing off Bug Thunders. Firing off multiple Bug Thunders per turn, because it's only a matter of time well, from Symes' point of view, it's only a matter of time before he draws the Chrono Force combo. We know, in reality, it's only a matter of time that he's already drawn, it's only a matter of time before he uses it. There's the slow gauge, and there's... and here come the Bug Thunders. However, we know about Charge Cross, we know about its invincible charge, and we know about its ability to shoot down Bug Thunder. So first Thiago's going to shoot down the wind, and then he's going to shoot down the thunder. And here is going to be Thiago's final swing for the victory. It's going into Beast Over, and is he going into Beast Over? No, it appears he is not. The plan appears to be to knock down the Life Bar, take out Tengu Cross, and then win with a Geddon Trap. There's Tengu Cross gone. Now, as Thiago works himself into position, he has to not get hit by thunder and not get interrupted. So, in recognition of this, Thiago is instead going to rely on his Slash Cross Buster. And now the Geddon Trap is expired, and neither the Slash Cross Buster nor the Gun Soul will be effective. For Thiago, it's going to be all about dodging these thunders, and Symes has got to do something to make one of those connect, and that is not going to happen. And now we are going to see that swing for the fences on the part of Symes. Have to see on the part of Thiago. We have to see if Symes has anything to get through this, and he does not. So this is going to be Game 2 in favor of Thiago. No, this is Game 3 in favor of Thiago. His second win, which will bring the match in his favor, 2-1. Well played on the part of both Thiago and Symes. And as to you viewers, I thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. I mean, it's no big deal if you don't. It'll just hurt my feelings a little bit. But whatever. Mercury Wings, over and out.